Hey, it's Derek from Ideal Body. In this video, it's all about intermittent fasting for weight loss and how you can easily use it to burn more fat every day. All right, let's get started. All right, so intermittent fasting, what we're gonna go through here is basically what it is, how it works, and how you can start using it today to start burning more fat. Now, the best thing about intermittent fasting is it's free, doesn't cost you anything, and it actually saves you time. So one of the biggest reasons people struggle with losing weight, with burning fat, with getting healthier is because they don't have the time. They don't have the time to go to the gym. They don't have time to prepare all these healthy meals. It's too expensive. Well, intermittent fasting is free because all it is just not eating. Now, a lot of people get scared when they hear that. They think, oh, I'm not gonna eat. Like, that doesn't sound healthy. I need my food, I need my fuel. Well, it's not exactly what that is. Intermittent fasting is just taking a small break from eating. So you can go as low as 12 hours a day. If you think about it right now, when you sleep, you're fasting. So if you sleep for 8 hours a day, you're fasting already for 8 hours a day. You don't need to be awake to technically be fasting. If you sleep for 10 hours, you're getting a 10-hour fast every single day. So there's a bunch of different ways that you can break it down. Some of the more popular ones are like a 16-8 fast, where you fast for 16 hours out of the day and eat for 8. There's 24-hour fast. There's people who fast for a week, up to 2 weeks at a time. So there's a bunch of different ones, so you can find out which one works best for you. But what I recommend is just starting small and going with a quick 10 to 12 hour fast, mainly when you're sleeping, to get started. So that's really all intermittent fasting is it's just taking a break from eating. Now the second point is how does it help you burn fat? Now the obvious answer is if you skip breakfast in the morning, say you're doing a 16-8 fast and you just skip breakfast and you don't eat till lunch, most people think, well, you're just eating less calories, so that's why you lose weight. And that's true to a certain point, but your body is always gonna adjust to what you do. So if you start just cutting back on calories, your body's gonna naturally start burning fewer calories, so you're not gonna get that weight gain long term. That's why people who go on a low calorie diet or who cut back on their calories lose a little bit of weight in the beginning, maybe for the first couple weeks, and then they plateau, and then the weight ends up coming back on because it just doesn't work. Your body adjusts to it, and it starts burning fewer calories because it's getting less calories in. So the reason why intermittent fasting works so well is because it basically regulates and optimizes your hormones. So when it comes to losing weight, it is all about your hormones. It's not about your calories. It's not about how hard you exercise or anything like that. It's all about your hormones, and everyone's hormones are different. That's why there's no one size fits all solution to losing weight and burning fat. But for intermittent fasting, what it does is it regulates a hormone called insulin. So most people who have 10, 15, or 20 or more pounds to lose, they don't have a weight problem, they have an insulin problem. Your body is releasing too much insulin when you eat. So naturally, when you eat any type of food, whether it's pasta, rice, even healthier foods like vegetables, anything, your body releases insulin. Now, the higher carb foods, the higher sugar foods, your body releases a lot more insulin than if you eat healthier, like fattier foods or protein. So that's why you kind of want to stay away from the higher carb foods, because your body keeps releasing this insulin. It ends up getting stored in your fat cells. It gets stored, around your love handles, your stomach, wherever it is you store fat. That's because you have all this extra insulin transporting all the sugar throughout your body. So what fasting does is it basically keeps your insulin levels at zero, because if you're not eating anything, then you don't have any insulin in your body. It's not being released by your pancreas. So the reason why that's great is because your body goes through and it burns up all the food that it has in your body for energy. So if you eat dinner at night, say, and then you fast and you don't eat again for 18 hours or 16 hours or even 12 hours, your body burns through all the calories you ate. It burns through all the carbs, all the sugars, all the protein, whatever it is that you ate. It burns through it. It shuttles it to your cells and your muscles for energy. And then what does it have left? It just has the fat stores on your body. So the fat around your body is basically food energy that hasn't been used yet. So when people get really scared that, oh, I couldn't stop eating, I couldn't give up breakfast, I couldn't go 15 hours without eating, well, technically you aren't, because even though you're not technically eating food, your body is feeding on the stored fat around your body. So if you usually eat a 500 calorie breakfast, you have a bagel and some eggs and a piece of toast or whatever, instead of getting the calories from that, your body's getting the 500 calories from your fat stores. So from your love handles, from your stomach, from the fat that you want to get rid of, that's where it's basically feasting on. So you're not starving yourself, you're not going hungry. You might have a few initial hunger pangs because your body is just used to eating, but it's still getting all the nutrients and the calories and everything it needs. It's just from your stored body fat. So it takes the fat out of the cells and starts burning it off for energy. And that's why this works so well, is because your insulin levels are zero because you're not eating, and your body start relying on your stored fat for fuel instead of the food that you're eating. Now, you don't want to go overboard and just not eat, at all, but you can fast for a pretty long time. People fast for days, even months. Now, I wouldn't recommend that to start off with, but your body can feed on the fat that you already have for a very, very long time. And it's not unhealthy, and it's not, that you're scared to eat or that there isn't food around. It's just that you choose not to eat for a certain period of time to get rid of the stored fat around your body, and it does a great job of just kind of cleansing your system, getting rid of all the toxins, everything that builds up in your body. It just kind of flushes everything out because your hormones and all the systems and internal processes your body has finally has a chance to work because there isn't food coming in, every hour, every 2 hours, every 3 hours. So that's why it works so well, is because it regulates the hormone insulin, so you start burning your stored body fat for fuel, and that's how you shrink your belly, slim your waistline very, very quickly, even if you don't exercise at all. All right, so now that you know how fasting works and how it works inside your body, and we handled all the technical stuff, what I want to tell you about is a woman named Carrie who lost over 30 pounds. And hopefully she doesn't mind me telling this story, but Carrie's actually my wife. So she has had 2 kids in the last 3 years. We have a 3-year-old and a 1-year-old at home. She's 39 years old, on the verge of turning 40, and she weighs less now than she did in high school 2 decades earlier. So what did she do? Well, I've been talking to her about nutrition for the last 5 years, and she really usually just tunes me out. Like, she doesn't want to hear it from me. She doesn't want to hear me, criticizing everything that everyone's eating and telling her to work out all the time. So what she did is, after having our second kid, she was, wanting to lose the baby weight and just wanted to get in better shape in general. And she's home all day. She's with the kids. She can't go to the gym. She can't, unless we hire a babysitter, which we don't have. She has no way of going to work out or anything like that. So what can she do? She started fasting. So she basically just started cutting out breakfast. So what she would do is, instead of having a breakfast of bagels or cereal or even something healthy like eggs or bacon or anything like that, she ended up having a cup of coffee, and she put either some heavy whipping cream in it, which has lots of healthy fats, or coconut oil. Again, lots of healthy fats that can help fill you up. So if you are hungry in the morning, you can have a little something and not have to give everything up cold turkey. So she did that, and still ended up having ice cream every night. Well, not every night, but every other night. She'd probably get mad if I said every night. But she had ice cream. She was still eating chocolate. She was still eating, pasta and other foods like that aren't necessarily the best for you, but she was still doing that. And she ended up losing 30 pounds to the point where now she's complaining because she has to go buy all new pants, because even her skinny jeans that she wore in high school basically slide down her waist. She can pull them up and down without having to unbutton them. So that's how powerful something like intermittent fasting can be. Now, I don't want it to be like some trick that people use where they don't eat and then they just go out and pig out on pizza at night, or pig out on, a bunch of sweets or anything like that. That'll still end up in the long run not being the best option for you. But if you start eating healthier foods and then just start going a little bit longer without eating during the day, maybe you skip breakfast, maybe you eat breakfast and you skip lunch and then you eat dinner. It doesn't really matter. It's just go longer periods of the time throughout the day without eating. Then you're not, attached to your food. People go to work and they bring like the whole thing of snacks, and they got to have something at their desk all the time, and you got to, be eating every 2 to 3 hours. It's so time consuming, and there's so much energy involved in that it just kind of wears you out, and it doesn't do what you want to do when it comes to losing weight, because you end up putting more on the more food that you put in. So intermittent fasting, very simple. Start fasting 10 hours a day, 12 hours a day. Throughout the night is the easiest because you're sleeping, and then start pushing it back a little bit longer the more that you go. The reason it works so well is because insulin, your number 1 fat storing hormone, is at 0. There is no insulin in your body if you're not eating. The only way it's released in your body is if you eat, and it's released a lot more if you eat higher carb and higher sugar foods. So if you cut those out, and then if you fast and not eat at all, it's at 0. So you don't have any sugar in your body to burn for energy. You don't have any carbs in your body to burn for energy. So what do? You start burning off the stored fat around your belly, around your love handles, around your thighs, the back of your arms, wherever you got it, maybe in the chin, face area, it doesn't matter. Your body starts using that for energy. So you're still getting the calories and the nutrients you need. It's just pulling them from your energy stores, also known as your fat stores, and that's how you get skinnier. That's how you lose weight a lot faster without having to take any extra time out of your day, because all you're doing is just not eating. So you're actually saving time, you're saving money, and you're getting skinnier, and you're getting a flatter stomach faster than you ever thought possible. So if you enjoyed this video and really found it helpful, I have a free gift for you for taking the time to watch this video. So just click the link below. You'll get my free gift on how to triple your fat burning overnight without exercise. So I want to give this to you 100% free, just my way of saying thank you for taking the time to watch this video, and hopefully you found some useful and helpful tips from it. And if you like this video, go ahead and click the like button below. Feel free to comment below. Let me know anything you want me to cover in future videos, because I'm shooting new videos all the time, and I want to shoot stuff that's helpful for you. And go ahead and subscribe below, because I'm, again, shooting new videos every single week, so you can lose more weight and burn more fat quickly and easily, no matter how old you are.